So you want to get into business and you want to make some sales. Hi, I'm Walter. I run a company called Screen Grab. It's a very small business. And in this video, I'm going to share with you what I've learned for getting clients and growing a business over the last 3 years. So just full transparency, I don't run a massive company. I run a very small business. Yes, it does make 6 figures, but every day feels like day one. Okay. So you want to start growing a business and getting customers. Well, the very first thing you want to do is get sales. There's a great quote that I heard, and that was, as soon as you get a sale, you're in business. So all you need is one customer, and now you are in business. So perhaps you're employed and you've never done sales before. This is a very exciting thing for you to do. You know, I was working in a stable, I won't call it a job, I was actually a TV host, okay? And I was a contractor for a television show here in New Zealand for about 8 years. Now, it was like having a job because it was, you know, I was expected to be in the office at 8 and I left at 6. You know, sometimes that changed, but it was very rhythmic. I didn't have to do any extra acquisition of clients necessarily. I had one client, and that was the show that I was working for as a presenter and writer, and little bits of directing and things like that. But then when I started a business, which might be what you're about to do, I then did not have that stable paycheck that I was invoicing for every couple of weeks. Nope, I started off with literally $0, to be honest, because what I'd done is I'd taken all my money and I'd gone in and purchased some real estate, which was a good move, because then I had some investments. However, I had $0 in the bank account, and I needed to come up with money. So how do you actually start getting customers? Well, from what I know, you need to just get the word out. People need to know how you can help them. You've got to have something to offer the world, a product or a service. So what is it? What sort of business is it that you're wanting to go in? If it's the video game as in like the game of video production, not video games, then everyone needs to know that you do videography and photography or whatever it is. You know, I went out and I printed these t-shirts, Screen Grab. That's the name of my brand. I had to come up with a name. In fact, my first customers, I didn't even have a name for my company. I just knew that I was going to do video production and I wanted customers. Didn't have a name, didn't have a website, didn't have a outfit, just went out and started selling. But I do think it helps to come up with your logo and your brand in those early stages. You know, you can go get clients first, but get this bit sorted pretty soon anyway. So I took probably an hour to come up with the name for my business. I wanted other names, they were all taken. I didn't really care, I just wanted a name so I could just get out there and start selling. So how do you go about actually getting that first customer? You've got to go talk to people. That's just something that is very likely you're going to have to do. And this is why I think getting into business is so exciting, because it actually grows you as a person. Now, if you're someone who's uncomfortable about the idea of going out there and approaching strangers, let alone people that you actually know, and asking them to buy from you, if that scares you a bit, good. That means that you are going to be growing, okay, as a person, and hopefully financially as you grow your business as well. You're going to push yourself to do things that you may not have had to do in a job, because you're literally going into business. You have to go out there and hunt for your paycheck. It's like being in the wild. It's like being like a lion. You know, I watch videos of lions, they pop up on my Facebook sometimes. I really love wildlife. And I'm like, man, they actually have to go out there and hunt and kill, or they don't eat. And it's like that in business. You see, when you go working at a job, you've got a boss, and it's like they're the one. They're like the leader of the pack. They're going out there and hunting. They're advertising. They're marketing. They're bringing in the sales, or they're leading the sales team to bring in the meat, you know, the money for the business so that you as the employee can get paid. But now you, if you're going into business, you've got to become the hunter. You've got to go out there and kill. But we don't have to really kill anything. These days, killing is just, hunting is just going out there and helping someone in exchange for funds. That's it, really. So having that mindset of realizing, hey, I now have to turn it on. I've got to go out there and I've got to be serious about my business. I've got to have conversations with people and I've got to show them value in these sales conversations, and I've got to ask them, a lot of the time you've got to ask them to buy from me, okay? So that's a big thing. Then that's when you're reaching out cold. So that's going to mean like making phone calls, maybe contacting people that you already know. Go through your phone, and think, who do I already know that might need my services? Put it up on social media. Create an Instagram page, a Facebook page, a LinkedIn page, a YouTube channel, whatever, so that you can put out content that lets the world know at scale what you do and how you can help them improve their life. Because that's what a business really does, is it helps other people solve a problem, and in return, you get paid for that. So get the word out there. But at the start, it might take a little while to get some customers, because it's likely you'll be reaching out to people. And when you've got a bit of money, you can then invest in some advertising, like running Facebook ads and any paid media that you like newspaper, radio, whatever you want to do. To get the word out there about your business, you can do that to scale that. But you might find yourself having cold sales meetings at the start as you just put the word out there. So a few tips for improving your sales process. Okay, number one, when you've booked a meeting with someone, say you've had a phone call with them and you've said, hey, this is my business, I'd love to meet with you and see how we could possibly work together in the future. Are you free for a coffee? Let's say you book a meeting in. Before you have a meeting with someone, if you're going to do this style of sales, do a little bit of research, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. It doesn't have to take long on them, and find out a bit about their business and things like that, so that it shows that you care about them and you've taken the time to do a little bit of research. Then in your meeting, you want to do as much listening as possible and asking questions to find out how you, with your service, can actually help them, okay? Because they've got goals. Everyone's got goals. Everyone wants to get to somewhere, and they're not there yet. Humans, we're always growing, we're always wanting to get somewhere, and we need help from other people to get there. And if you're selling a product or a service that helps people get closer to where they want to go, perfect. And of course, remember, there's many different solutions to solve a problem. So, I do video marketing with my business, or video production. So that could help a business if they wanted to get more customers. So could the radio station could try and sell them radio ads. So could some door knocker person could sell their sales service. So could some bus company could sell billboard advertising on their buses. So there's so many different solutions to solve a lot of problems. So you just got to position your service as something that can help them get from where they are now to where they want to go. So in order to do that, you've got to actually find out, what is it that they actually want? Like, what do they actually want to achieve? Find out what that is, okay? What do they want to achieve, and why do they want to achieve it? Now, the reason why it's important to find out why someone wants to achieve something is because it shows what their motivation is. And if you know anything about human beings, a lot of the time we don't do anything unless we're actually motivated to do something. They say it's the carrot or the stick, pain or pleasure. People do things because, either they feel this pain where they've got to move, or they feel pleasure, like inspiration to move towards something. Like they want to build wealth, or they want to, whatever it is they want to do, okay? So you've got to find out why they want to achieve it. And sometimes it's good to find out the why behind the why. So you say to them, hey, okay, so why is it important that you, let's say they want to grow their business. Why is it important that you want to advertise your business? And they'll say, oh, because we want to get more customers. Okay, so why do you need more customers? Tell me a bit more about that. Oh, well, we're actually not making enough money at the moment to pay all our staff. Okay, so now you've peeled it back a layer. So you found out the why behind their why. And you can kind of go a little bit deeper. And once you know that, take note of it. Either write it down or mental note. I always like to take a pad and pen to my meetings so I can make some notes, because it's so easy to forget these things. Or bang out notes on your phone. Just let them know, hey, look, I'm not actually texting people. I'm just taking notes from this meeting because I want to respect your time and make sure that I remember everything we talk about today. So take notes of these things, right? Because later on, you're going to regurgitate some of this information back to them, which is going to show them that you understand them. And people love to buy from people that understand them. You know, if I don't feel like you actually understand me in my situation, and I want to buy a service that you offer, but I don't really, like, say you're a doctor and I'm sick and I've got a sore heart, and we haven't really talked about my condition much. You haven't really asked me about my heart. You know, maybe you're specialising a foot doctor instead. I'm not really going to trust you that much. But if I sat down with a doctor that specialises in hearts, and you as the doctor have asked me a whole bunch of questions, you know, how have I been feeling? What's been the problem? How long has it been going for? You know, and you share with me that you've worked with patients like me before, then I'm going to go, oh, okay, I'm in the right place. You've seen this before. You're asking all the right questions. I trust you. Okay? So make sure that you asking questions so that you can actually understand people, and then they're going to feel understood, and then they're going to feel safe and feel like they can trust investing their money into you and your service. Okay, so there's a little bit about the sales process, just really, really briefly. You are going to need to put yourself out there, meet people, think of who you think your customer would be, approach those people, just practice talking. You're going to learn a lot by actually doing it and tweaking things as you go along, as I am in my business. So if you want to grow as a person and you want to start a business, there's a great thing for you to do. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's literally been off the cuff. I'm just challenging myself to make some more YouTube videos. This has probably been a blurry mess, but I hope there's been a couple of nuggets in there for you. So if you have any questions, comment below, and let's keep in touch. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and make sure you like and subscribe for more content as these videos get better. Thanks for watching.